such a bad thing to fall in love with me.
It's not a bad plan.
It isn't. 9:06 on Channel 95.7 with Connie and Curtis. I was just reading this story about a woman who got married.
Okay.
And then was married for 3 years and then got divorced and married her original wedding photographer.
Oh.
Yeah.
By coincidence? Like she hooked up with him again, like in a bar?
They
or
kept in touch.
They kept
And
in touch.
the marriage wasn't going so well.
Okay. That is classic romantic comedy right there. If J-Lo was in this movie, we would be celebrating this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we saying that this is something that's okay? Like, hey, she got a dud of a husband, so then she went with the guy she should have been with all along, the wedding photographer.
And then the photographer for the second wedding was a woman.
Was it? Well, of
No, I'm
course.
kidding.
Because he doesn't want to lose her.
I'm kidding.
He knows. He knows what the deal is there.
Apparently,
That's funny.
the photographer for her first wedding,
Yeah.
he helped her a lot with the planning. And then they kept in touch after the marriage for
Really?
the wedding and kept helping her.
I can
don't
honestly
know.
tell you that Clark, who took the photos of my wedding, was the furthest thing from my wife's dream date.
Yeah?
Even like. Yeah, I could have been like an axe murderer, and she would not have gone running to Clark, our photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Clark, our photographer, was probably mid-50s, I would say.
Okay. Was
Did
his last name Kent?
I don't know his last name. Still to this day, I don't know his last name.
Okay.
Clark is all I know. And we had the disposable cameras around, like you see at weddings. So I decided, and I told all my friends, start taking pictures of Clark. So we had probably 200 or 300 pictures of our photographer Clark that ended up.
funny.
I had him doing the Heisman. I had him running at me like a bull. There's so many fun things with Clark, but he did not understand us
get you.
at all. He had done weddings, so that's why I thought, like, okay, you can have some fun with a wedding photographer. This guy Clark, no.
Did you end up with any other pictures?
Yes, because
Your guests?
he was taking real
Oh,
pictures.
okay.
So Clark was taking pictures, and I had all my friends taking
That's
pictures
funny.
of Clark. So he really couldn't do his job. It was impossible. That's what we do. It's like when Katie was having a baby the first time, Haley,
Yeah.
and I had the video camera there. And I'm making a video of everything, and all she remembers is that the nurse could not find her vein for the IV.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying, yeah, I just remember that that's rough. And Katie's a nurse, and she's like, sometimes that's hard to do, but my
Right.
veins are pretty big, so you should be able to find it.
Right.
So she watches the video of me, and I am focused right in on the woman, and I'm talking to her the whole time that she's putting the needle in her vein. So she keeps missing. I'm like, oh, no, you didn't make it. And I'm focused right in on it. And she's like, well, no wonder she couldn't do it. You were
disrupting
You were
her.
disrupting. And we did that same thing to Clark. I turned all of my friends into little photographers for Clark's big day.
You know what I was thinking of when I read this story? Think about this situation. You're getting married.
Okay.
You know how you'll meet people and you just have a connection with them? Just like
Yeah.
instantly. Let's say you met somebody a few weeks, maybe even a few months before your wedding,
Okay.
and you just had a connection with them.
Okay. You're in love with them.
Maybe
Head over
not
heels.
in all. Maybe not in love. You don't know them that well yet, but you have that firework thing
Okay.
going on. Do you think it's cold feet?
Yes. And you ignore it. You stuff it up.
But then you end up marrying your wedding photographer.
Only in a movie, or if you're a horrible person like this woman, right? Because I'm guessing, so she keeps in touch with this wedding photographer.
Yeah.
Her wedding, or her marriage, you said, was on the rocks, but...
It didn't go so well, I think the article said. I
and-
think that's a quote.
And do you think
wasn't going
maybe
so
it didn't
well.
go so well because she was making time with the wedding photographer?
Maybe.
She's not giving her 100% all
Maybe.
to this relationship, but trying to make it work, and there are ups and downs. And every down, she goes to the wedding photographer and is like, "Here's what's going on with this jerk." And he's like, "Oh, I've never seen this before. Let's take some pictures." Click, 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 click. Hey, why don't you take off your top? Click, 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 click. And now the bottoms. Click, 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 click.
Yeah,
You're
the
beautiful.
wedding, the marriage didn't even last 3 years.
I would treat you so much better than he's treating you. You can never find a guy to be like your shoulder to cry on when you are having a rough time in a relationship, because he will always try to go for that extra mile.
That's what they say.
He always wants to get in there. right? Go to
is
one of your
that?
girlfriends or go online, make up a fake profile, and like chat with people.
But people find people that way too.
Don't
And then all of
go-
a sudden you're moving to Australia.
Don't
and
go to a
marrying
guy
somebody.
who you know looking for help about a bad relationship because one of you is going to develop feelings and want more. And it happens every time. 1,000% of the time, you start talking to a guy about a relationship that isn't going the best, and all of a sudden you're holding hands, you're smiling, you're flirting, and then a kiss comes in, and then boom, you're in the backseat of the car wishing you weren't.
So, Amanda, let's say Mike finally asked you to marry him. Mm-hmm. And 4 months before the wedding, you meet somebody that is just like this story.
Knocks
like
your socks
somebody
off.
that you
Okay.
are you have some sort of connection with. You can't put your finger on what it is.
You've been with Mike for
You've
eight
been waiting
years.
for him to propose to you for like 5.
Yeah. So you meet this person. Do you think it's cold feet or do you act on it? Do you think, oh, I got to go. I got to grab while the getting's hot?
And
I
you just
think-
connect. He does not treat you like Mike does. Like all the things that drive you crazy about your relationship with Mike, this guy's just knocking it out of the park.
I think I'm going to respect my current relationship.
You're
And
gonna
I probably
stay.
would get married. I probably would just assume that it's cold feet for the wedding, although I don't foresee myself having cold feet
Right. Your feet
after
would be
how
very
long.
hot.
Your
But
feet are burning up,
Yeah.
girl.
Would you? I would think of it like this, and it just clicked when you were running through it to Amanda there.
Mm-hmm.
You know how when you want to buy a new car and you go online and you find the car that you want, and then you start seeing that car all over the place?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that's kind of the same thing where you are wondering about your relationship, and then you notice people who aren't doing those things to
Maybe.
you and are doing the things that you want? So it's not that this person is great and the end all be all. It's just that
Right.
you're noticing the fact that they're not doing what you don't like about your
Or maybe they
person.
are great.
And maybe they are great. You
I
never
don't know. It's like when you go to get a haircut and you're going to get something completely different. And
Yes.
the day before you go, you have the best hair day you've had since your last haircut.
Oh, it's just like that.
It's it is. Your hair looks perfect, and then you start second guessing: should I
Should
get
I-
my hair cut?
Okay.
Should I get it colored this other color that I was going to do?
And what do you do 9 times out of 10?
I get my hair cut
You get it cut because you got to keep going on, right?
because
You
I know tomorrow it's going to look like crap again.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you get married because that wedding photographer, this isn't going to last.
You don't think so?
You don't steal
I wish we
somebody's
could go
wife.
10 years. I wish we would get updates on stories like these.
Here's
in
why
10 years.
Here's why it's not going to last because this person obviously does not care that that woman was married and allowed it to progress to the point where now they're getting married right after her marriage dissolves. So obviously there was a little bit of foreplay there to get things going. You don't just magically go, "I'm divorced. Hey, let's get married." Something happened in the interim, right?
Right.
So this guy will do this to everyone, right? What do you always say? Once a cheater, always a cheater.
Oh, I don't say that.
That's what society says.
Oh, okay.
And you trumpet it.
Yeah,
You
I don't
say-
say that.
you say-
I don't believe that. I
You
believe
don't?
people can change if they want to change.
Oh.
It just depends on the person.
I thought you always said that like if somebody cheated on you, you wouldn't want to be with them because you could never trust them again.
I wouldn't want to be with them because I would never be able to mentally get over it.
Okay, you'd be in there.
But I don't believe that once a cheater, always a cheater.
So this guy maybe will be able to come around. Maybe he will stop taking wedding photos. Maybe funeral
Maybe.
photographer would be the way to go. Right?
Sounds like a
that's
good
harder
plan.
to do.
Connie and Curtis.
It's 9:25 on Channel 95.7. We got a problem in here, Amanda.
Well,
the
Amanda,
problem?
this is something that I noticed about an hour ago and was going to say something to Connie
Weird.
about it and thought, no, it's probably just in my head. Connie just went, ooh, and I knew exactly what you were talking
when
about.
I put my earbuds in, they were freezing.
Mine are freezing as
Have
well.
you ever noticed that before?
Never until about
Me
an hour
neither.
ago, about
How
8:30.
weird.
And
That
they're,
is weird.
They're freezing again right now.
So are mine. My earballs are cold.
So I'm wondering, hold on, is something coming out of this? No.
Oh.
That's a vent. So I put my hand above a vent, and I thought maybe something was coming out.
Weird.
Nothing is. It's not cold in here or colder than normal.
Right. Why are our headphones so cold?
What do you think, Amanda? Have you been spraying our headphones with some
That freezy
aerosol
stuff?
spray?
I have not.
Gonna
I
ask-
haven't really even been in there today.
I'm going to ask you one
Yeah,
more
why is
time
that?
because we do have a camera.
Nope.
Okay.
Why haven't you been in here today?
Just working on stuff on the computer that's going
busy.
slow today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your computer's still slow?
Was that today that your computer was running so slow?
That was earlier,
That
yes.
seemed like a week
It
ago.
does, seriously. Because she was all like, blah, 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 computer slow. And I was like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah.
That
blah.
was like 2 hours ago, I
That
think.
seems like that was like months ago.
It does.
Because for us, it's a daily occurrence. Our computer is always slow. And Amanda gets slow once in a while.
Did you get your work boyfriend in there to fix it yet?
He actually came in here when I stepped out to go do something else.
Oh.
And the problem that I asked to be fixed is fixed. But the slowness is still there.
You had another problem?
Yeah. I did.
Ouch.
Got 99 problems.
And a computer is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
But now she has one less problem
That's true.
without
98 problems.
Without you.
Cross that
Exact-
one off the list.
I now have one less problem. I had some problems. Now I have one less.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you want to come in and hang out with us? I was just hanging
You
out
want
in the
me to?
kitchen.
You want to come in and hang out with us?
I was just in the kitchen, and there are chocolate-covered blueberries in there.
What?
I told you, but you were busy doing something, so you didn't pay attention.
Why didn't you get like a handful of them and just bring them in?
I did. I ate them. Actually, I took 3
3, and then you ate all 3?
on the way back.
Dark chocolate?
Blue chocolate?
Mm.
Like blueberries? Like purple?
Like purple chocolate? Like it's white?
I'm guessing. I didn't bite it and then look at it.
Are you sure
I
they-
just popped it in my mouth.
Are you sure they're not yogurt-covered blueberries?
No, the woman who brought them in,
You saw the woman,
yes.
and she said, these are
Our
chocolate-covered.
salesperson, Sandy. Yeah, and she said, these are chocolate-covered blueberries, and I cannot stop myself from eating them. She got them in Grand Haven, I believe.
Okay.
She can't stop eating them, so she brought them into the kitchen.
And then you ate 3 of them.
And then she said, you want to take the whole bag? And I said, no.
Yes. Always say yes.
I said, no, I didn't want to deprive the rest of our coworkers from chocolate-covered blueberries.
If somebody asks you if you want to take the whole bag of anything delicious,
Curtis,
you
this
say
is
yes.
why I came back and said, there are chocolate-covered blueberries in the kitchen.
But then here we are talking on the radio. I can't just leave and get chocolate-covered
I
blueberries.
told you 8 minutes ago that they were in there.
So they're probably gone.
I don't know.
Okay.
Brian, can you go see if there's some?
Yep.
Thank you.
That's what I like. Yes,
yes, ma'am.
I
I'm
can
out of
do
here. Intern Brian.
That. Okay, so Brian's running to grab some if there are. Don't just see.
Too
right?
late.
That's
Remember how he took that picture this morning?
That's my luck. He'll come back and say, "Oh yeah, there's
Yep,
like 3
they're there.
left."
There's 3 left.
There's 1 left. Oh, cool. Can I have? Oh, I left it in there. I was just told
They're
to
Or he
check
really
on
will
it.
have eaten it.
He's gonna eat it.
I don't know.
We did only say go check and see if they're in there, and then
You
I
need
thought
to be very. You got to think about like how you talk to your kids.
Exactly,
You
and
got to be
that's-
very specific.
I thought too late to say bring us one if they are, please.
You just want one? I thought you wanted the whole container.
Well,
It's a bag.
Connie was offered the bag, so technically that wouldn't really be bad form because they would just
No.
be returning them to you. You
Right.
were offered the whole bag.
You could take them definitely.
We're gonna-
and you're
and-
gonna want to after you eat
And
them.
now you're offering it to me, so I will take it. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put it in my car.
You're going to want them. Trust me.
He's gonna come back and he's gonna say yes, they are in
Do you
there.
think so?
I
Let's
know,
see.
1,000%.
Where's the
That's-
kitchen? Oh, here he comes.
Okay,
Here he comes.
Let's see. Oh, he brought him.
Yay!
Thank you. Oh, it is blue.
Good job, Bri.
Brian, I have to be honest with you. Right as you left, we were wondering if you were just going to come back and say, yes, they are in there, instead of just bringing some. So you passed this test.
Is the bag almost empty?
No, he says it's full. Okay,
Okay,
I'm trying
Curtis,
one. They
what do
are
you think?
blue. I didn't know that they would be blue. Yeah, that's good.
Do you not like them?
It's just like a chocolate-covered fruit. I don't even know if there is fruit in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's fruit in there. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't take the bag, I guess.
You would?
No, I don't think I would. I would leave the bag.
Amanda, did Brian bring any for you?
No, and that's okay.
Connie and Curtis.